Hi guys, yes it is me, your dorky friend Lisa. We're back here again with another biography. I'm not really a biography person normally, but I felt this one had to be done, being that it's the Trump biography by his niece, Mary Trump, who's a PhD psychologist. It is the Too Much and Never Enough. How my family created the world's most dangerous man. In this book, she kind of goes into family history. She goes into personal events during her lifetime, and just general stories passed down, and basically psychological makeup of this man who was president. Thank goodness Biden. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, that man was crazy back in you. Yeah, Biden. Anyway, so basically, we learned a little bit of family history. His grandfather immigrated from Germany due to the fact that he refused to participate in mandatory military service. She didn't say if there was an active wartime or not, so I could not speak on that. But he again then later on tried to immigrate back to Germany, but they would not let him because he had refused to participate in military service. Anyway, so then we get into Trump's father, Fred, who was born and raised here, of course, and he was educated. I'm not going to say he wasn't. He married Mary, who was a sweet, simple girl from Ireland. I can't remember which she said her mother moved here to work or to get married. Either way, she was from multiple children, and it was just, expected her to go out into the world and make a life for herself, I guess. Anyway, so then I can't say Trump because they're all Trump, but the father ended up a rather wealthy man due to real estate. Most of his real estate money, though, came from actually government-funded housing, FHA projects that he built in places that he himself would not move to or allow his children near. Anyway, so she went into kind of like the way their family ran, which I don't want to say all families did, but a good percentage of the families back in the day were kind of run like this. It was like mom was sort of the caretaker, but she was responsible for the girls. Dad was responsible for the boys. Thus, the whole adage of boys will be boys bullshit got perpetrated more along, I feel like, in today's culture. But hopefully we're moving away from that. Anyway, so mom, again, expected dad to raise the boys, so they were never properly disciplined because dad was completely neglectful, and I want to say too busy, but he was just busy on his own, like, projects and stuff. Therefore, Trump became a little tyrant to his brothers and sisters because he realized that that was the way to get respect from his father, because his father thought it was funny. And basically his father had no respect for any of the children, so Trump would do like evil things like steal his siblings' toys, refuse to give them back, and then break them, and then he would not be punished because dad thought it was funny. The mom basically ended up with medical issues and was unable to be a full caregiver, so the older siblings kind of became responsible for the younger siblings. But again, he was already kind of like set on that sociopath like route, which she kind of goes into in here. Dad like I said, had all the money and was basically just like, where are you going, Georgie? My kitty ran away. Anyway, Dad just kind of let the boys do what they want and gave them, you know, private educations and stuff, which they did not, which the boys did not really take advantage of. Well, Trump didn't take advantage of it, looks like. But anyway, his grades were not the best. And so often, like, there's like little stories, you know, through that where just the Dad was permissive and just like let Trump do what he wants, so he became, you know, like that, where he expected just to do whatever he wanted when he got older. And then like now there was a story in the book about her, about Trump's sister. It was her birthday, so he invited everyone to the White House in 2017 for a birthday party for her. But instead of it being a birthday party for her, he made it all about himself. Yeah, that's kind of like sociopathic. Yeah. Basically, little things like that, and like little stories in here, you can tell like she's basically diagnosed him as sociopathic, because basically sociopathic doesn't mean you have to be murderous. It just means you lack empathy. You don't understand other people's pain, and that is the basic definition of him. So, not a debating kind of like situation here, but anyway, basically, from what the story is also in here telling, Trump's children are going to end up the same way, because he's kind of like been a permissive parent himself. Doesn't really seem like he cares too much about his kids, as long he only like is interested in them as long as they are doing what he wants. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, if you want a little background and info into the man, to kind of, you know, see the way it happened, this is for you. But no, that didn't happen. No. I swear, hold on. No, the camera just fell. Totally just fell. Anyway. Anyway, that's what I get for dissing. No, it's a well-written book, and she gets her point very much across. And I, as someone who was never a Trump supporter, gets further proof that I was not right. My first impressions were correct. Anyway, so again, this could be a good read for you if you're into biographies and politics and stuff. Also, Mary apparently is here on YouTube. Like, she posted just a couple weeks ago her thoughts on the election. So give her a look on here if you're interested in further stuff. Okay, let me know what you think. Give it a read. She's already sold a middle dome, so get it from the library if you can. Bye, guys.